Give a few minutes. You know me, I'm always just a tad early to make sure I do everything. Yes, the microphone's working. It was my extra microphone that's not compatible for some reason on this platform. I teach my yoga with it, so I don't know why. I know it's 90 degrees right now outside, probably hotter, and I'm drinking hot tea. But it is chilly in here with the AC on. Well, we'll go ahead and 1 minute. I'll try not to do that again. It's been busy. So let me start out by saying I think we have a few new followers, subscribers, and I wanted just to make sure everybody knows who I am. I'm sure you do, but you wouldn't follow. But Angie Reach with the Traveling Yarn Yogi, and I am the driver of Pearl, the yarn bus. And Miss Pearl and I go all over the Southeast, and then we kind of hit a few other places, but we try to go as many places as we possibly can. This is my full-time job, and I am the only person in the company, so I am doing and handling all the hats. So that is who I am. And we are based in Grayson, Georgia, so right outside of Atlanta, near Stone Mountain. A lot of people will know that. But welcome. Thank you for joining. Let me know who's here and maybe where you're from. But today I'm going to start out by just talking about a little tea tips. I am drinking a new tea that I have fallen in love with. You can't see the tea, but it is, of course, Plum Deluxe. It smells heavenly. It's called Mediterranean Daydream White. I don't think I've shown you this before. I hope I haven't. But it is white tea, green rooibos tea, apple pieces, coconut flake, freeze-dried lemon peel, freeze-dried fig, and pistachio pieces. That's interesting. And some natural flavors. So anyway, it is really, 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 really good. So it's a white tea. And hey, Katrin, how are you? It's a good tea. It's awesome. It's mellow, it's smooth, has a good flavor. What can I say about it? Even though it says to do at 195, 185, 175 degrees, I have been doing it on boiling, and it's been very good. It's very, what do you call it? It's perfect. So I love it a lot. I think it'll be good as an iced tea, but I haven't done it yet. So that's from Plum Deluxe. And also, I wanted to let you know that in August there is a afternoon tea, and it's going to be put on by, well, it's a lady who lives out in the Roswell area, Marietta, I'm not sure exactly, and it's boxed to go. I understand she is English, former London, from London. Hey, how are you, Miss Victoria? And but she's been here a while. But she puts on a afternoon tea, and it's a ticketed event, and I'm going. So I couldn't. Hey, Deborah Sue, I couldn't. I can't not go. I mean, I saw I missed the last one, but it's on a Sunday from 2 to 4. And I did put the link in. I don't know if it shows up on, if you're on YouTube, I think it's showing up, maybe Facebook too, but I'll try to put them in all the places. But it's a ticketed event, August 10th. I'll be coming home from Charlotte, but I am going to make that 2 to 4. So it looks awesome. I've seen a picture of the layout of the table, so I'm really curious to see what I could learn from that one. So if you can come, I'd love to have you. I don't know how many seats are available, but give it a try. All right, boy, this week, the last 2 weeks have been crazy. I didn't hop on last week, and the reason why is I was pretty head deep in trying to build a video presentation for the Summer Chats Yarn Crawl. And I want to let you know that when I heard that I was going to do the crawl, because I sponsor the Fiberside Chats, and I always want to, I was going to do it. I have no problem of trying things. But when they said record a video, I just was like, I haven't a clue. I mean, nowhere to start. I didn't learn PowerPoint. I didn't learn. So anyway, I tried to back out and say, I'm just sorry, but they wouldn't let me. Basically, they said, we'll help you. And I was very, very grateful. So I got my lady, Kathy, who makes my pretty post. I know you can tell the difference from mine and hers. But she put together a slideshow, a presentation on PowerPoint so quick. And I got to add to it. Once it's done, I know how to add and take away and everything. So we did that. And I had it. I was satisfied. But then I learned that we had to do a oh, you were there? Thank you, Katrin. We had to do a sound over thing. And so I was very fortunate that the Cynthia from Yarniversity in Canada, she got on the phone with me 2 or 3 times, and we walked through every little thing. And we ended up going, I spent so much time on Canva only to realize that it wouldn't let me do what I needed to do. And I had the paid version, so it's like not very happy with Canva. And it's not intuitive. It's just very like you have to know it before you even use it. It's really pain. So went back to PowerPoint, easy, recorded. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I recorded that video. But anyway, Cynthia had it, and then she put some music to it, which it was a nice surprise. The only thing, it made the picture elongated on a few of them, just a couple. So, but I was all right with it. By the time that played on Sunday at 2:00, I was smiling ear to ear because I had accomplished something that I never thought I would be able to do. So, it's just amazing when you start another career, and you've got to learn everything on your own. And basically, before my old job, yeah, we had to learn things, but at least they provided classes, books, that kind of thing. And I that was easy, but this was just like, whew. So anyway, I was really proud of it. And I'm hoping that I can put it out. I can put it on YouTube after the crawl, take out the summer chat page or whatever, but just because it talks about the history as well as what I do. So I was really excited about it. So, but that's why I was just, I worked all day long for days trying to figure out everything. And just when I thought I had it, I had to start over again. So anyway, that's where I was, and sorry for not hopping on. And speaking of which, next week we have Keith Leonard from Yarn Snob Yarns. And guys, she is also a great teacher, and he has hosted a lot of my classes and also taught me how to teach classes. So I'm real excited about having him on and see what he's got cooking. So I hope you'll make it next week. So I noticed that Dottie Rays has made a comeback, and I'm wearing it right now. Um, and Dottie Rays is one of the patterns from Stephen. I don't know how many years ago he put that on, but he revised it. Not sure what the revisions were. I know I got an update, but I'll tell you, it's one of my very favorite patterns, and I have done it. I'll take it off, but once it goes off, I'm not sure I can get it back on. But I believe this, well, it's upside down. I think this is the small, and I used fingering weight yarn, but I noticed that he put that out. Can you see? The colors aren't showing, but it's okay. I don't have this showing. That's why it's only as a sample for you guys to see it. But it's always been a fingering weight, but I know that he allows, you can use any weight you want. You just have to make sure that you have enough yarn, because you'll have to calculate that yourself. Although I think he has another pattern that's called striped or something, and it's either worsted or DK, so you can look at that. But it's a great shawl. It's easy, it's memorable, it's garter stitch, but it's got the eyelets, and it just makes a nice one. I love this shawl. So I got it out, and I'll have it, because we have tons of yarn that would work well on this. The small is like 1,200 yards. And I was fixing to say the centimeters or whatever that is, but set 1,200. And I can't remember now what the larger one is, because 12 is enough for me. So any fingering weight. And I think that a sport weight, maybe a lighter sport weight, would work well and for that, and get the same, about the same schematic. In fact, I have to tell you guys that I found a box or a tub full of Blobbian's sport weight yarn. And I'm sorry, I get yarn in all the time, put it out of the cardboard box, put it in a tub so it's better. And I found a whole tub I have never put out. So I redid everything on in my inventory list, as well as on Shopify. So right now, all of the yarn is there, and I updated the 50-gram sock weight. But I think this shawl would be great in that sport weight, because it is a lighter sport weight, in my opinion. And I think it would work just as well with 1,200 yards. To get it, or you can make it even smaller if you want to. But if you've got any patterns that you've been looking at, I tried to look at a few, but it's hard for me. I want to know a little bit more about the patterns before unless I've done them before I recommend. But I know this would work well. So Joe, check out the stock, and maybe you have something that would work well as well for it, because there are some beautiful colors, from light muted to bright. So they're all in between. So check it out. I was pretty proud to find all that. Now let's see what else is going on. And the 50-gram socks is up to date as well. And that's another great thing you can do a stripe project with. And if you only need half a skein, I think it's like 216 is the yardage. So that's kind of nice. And doing the summer crawl, let me tell you, just to say, to do that, I was so excited. There were over 200 people on that call. And just to get exposure, to all of those, I got some new followers in all of my 3 places, YouTube and everything. So, it was nice. And I always want to try and do whatever I can to learn a few things. I learned a lot about Woolly Buffalo and the Longmont Yarn Shop. And I've also given them some referrals or, recommendations of some people they need to call and have on the next round of the chats. So hopefully they will show up. All right, let's just have to dive in to show you where I am with the Astro Pop. And I want to talk about something on this. All right, so I meant to do my sleeves. Somebody said to do those, but then I've been enjoying the the body because of this cute. That looks. It's funny how one side's got the eyelets are a bit heavier than the other, but it's got this cute lace pattern, and it's very memorable. I don't even use the pattern now. I know it by heart, but it's on both sides, so it breaks up the 400 stitches I'm doing, and it's going pretty good. Now I said this is probably 4.5 days. I'm trying to keep track of hours, and that way I can put it to that. But I think it looks great, and I will hopefully be able to wear it. It looks small, but I tell you, this is going to block out like crazy, and I mean pretty. This is going to get nice. It's real squishy and thick puppy, but it'll pull out. So I cannot wait. And I think I'm going to pull the sleeves and maybe make the cuff of the sleeve just a little tighter, a little less stitches so that it gives a little bit of a puff. I don't know. Maybe I don't need to puff it, but we'll see. I'm going to play around with it. Listen, it's just a recipe, as my friend Kimberly talks about, and we can do, add or take away whatever we want. So, but I think it's been a great pattern. I've enjoyed it. I, of course, wish it was V-neck, but I really like it. So if this does well, I'll get more of this yarn in stock. I know not everyone loves to wear the colors I pick sometimes because I love. They asked me somebody asked me recently, was interviewing. Oh, I did a event I did a Zoom with Factory Girl. I'm gonna be on her blog situation. I can't remember, but her YouTube, she films it and edits it. So, and she asked me what my favorite color was, and I said bright. That's how I answered that. But that's not true. I like rich colors, bright. Yes, and there's a time and a place for a soft pink or a soft lilac, but most of the time I'm hitting that, bang in your face type of thing. Hence why I still have this hanging around. I use this yarn because it's the same as that one for my swatch. And I love this yarn. And I want so bad to, and the color's not showing up as well because I have lights on thinking they'll look better, but I don't think it shows the color. But you know what I'm talking about. I want to do something all over with this. I don't know if I could do a whole sweater, but maybe a cardigan wouldn't be bad and have something underneath it. I don't know. I have it in DK and fingering, and I keep it in stock because I'm telling you, the eyes go to that one every single time they come in the bus. So I definitely will, but I've got to find something. So if y'all have any suggestions, let me know because I am open for everything. Let's talk about, I want to just bring up mystery boxes and bags and subscriptions. I wanted to let you know, I don't know if it was 2 years ago or last year. I might have been last year at the Charlotte show, which is coming up the first weekend in August. I brought mystery bags, and I wasn't sure how that would go. I'm not necessarily one to buy a mystery bag, but there were a lot of people that do, and they loved them. And of course, you know, they knew what type of yarn I carried and what would be in a mystery bag. It's the yarn that I've had before that maybe I got down just to a few skeins. So there's not, you know, I can't keep it on the bus. I need to take it off. I need to, you know, put something else up that's got a lot more options or enough skeins to do something with. Or, you know, that's the revolving door situation. So I'm always doing that. But there's no reason for me to just keep the yarn, and it's a gorgeous yarn. So these mystery bags aren't junk, let me tell you, and you're getting a great deal. $38 for 2 skeins of yarn, and it could be cake. Well, I cannot guarantee that you'll like the color, but I think you can find either someone you can trade with or do something for. But yeah, so the color, I either get the 2 double skein bags are either 2 of the same, or they are coordinating so that you can make a project with. I wouldn't do that to you and hand you something that would not go with each other. So it could be cake wool, it could be gosh, who else have I had? It could be Sweet Georgia. It could be, oh gosh, all the names are flying out of my head. Well, you know what I've had in the past. I've had some earth yarn in there. I've also had Fig and Posy. So I've had a lot of different, and most of it is sock. There are some with DK, but they would, you know, definitely be project friendly. And so those are at the shows. So I'll have them in Charlotte again. And then what happens is I will, I think I had them at one time online, but I can put them back online if they're not there. Because what I also did was I wanted to do a subscription box for mystery. I know a lot of different dyers do them. I know I've seen them. I haven't seen a shop do it, but I'm sure they do. I think I saw Four Pearls does it, but same concept, beautiful yarn. You know, maybe some pattern suggestions, but I've also got some beautiful notions and tools and that once again I have not enough to put out, but you know, it'd be great in a box. So I know I said on the description that it was retail value of $60, minimum 60, because I was thinking 2 skeins of yarn, but definitely going to be more than $60 for what you're paying good. So there's a 1-month subscription, 3-month, and 6-month. And I did put a post out there, but I haven't really talked about it. But it is certainly something to look at. It'd be nice to give somebody, you know, possibly a birthday gift or a thank you gift or something like that if you did want to do 1 month. Just, you know, I would send them out by the 5th of the month. So you'd need to, you know, subscribe. And I don't know if I put months down. I have to look at my post. my online shop to see how it works. But that's the concept. It's wonderful yarn. And it's just like you getting, I know, like, well, what's ever in my box? Oh, yes, I do. That was next on my list. But so check out the mystery subscriptions and determine, you know, if any of those fit you guys, because they really are nice. And I'm also going to try to take them to North Carolina. I'm going to be at Friends and Fiberworks the last day in July. and be a part of the yarn crawl there, or tour, North Carolina yarn tour. All right, next on my list is, well, I was going to show you I'll show you the bags now. So I just grabbed these bags to show, but this is my new bag. And I'm excited because it's a Della Q O-Snap bag. And I was putting something in it. So it's got a box bottom, so you can get a lot in it. I think they call this the medium. So that is my new bag. I sold a bunch this weekend, so it was nice. So that's online for sure. It's under, I think, the tools, notions, and bags, and you just put Della Q, I think, and it'll pull up. But I also brought in, I think y'all have seen me talk about the Harry Coo bags, and you get a little Highland cow pin that comes with the bag. But I also found these from the same store. So this is the Woolly U, and you get a pin. I think they're all white, if I'm not mistaken, pin. And you can go and find these under Harry Coo, under bags again. And then and it should show you some sheep. I have some extra sheep pins that are there there's a black one, a blue, and a pink one. And they're really cute. So I love it. I love it. Okay, thanks, Victoria. Yeah, the mysteries are really fun. So let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, I have one other finished object. I just had it. So this is that other one skein called the Holla, Holla, and it's one skein of the Earth Yarns, and I can't pronounce it, but it's a cotton linen blend, and it's DK. So it makes a cute little kerchief. And what I did was, I could wear it here. I would put one of those pins from Jules, and I would put it there, and then I would have it, as a kerchief. Now, some people have put it on their head and wear it as a scarf. I remember doing that when I was little, but that's not a look for me, I don't think. So, but it is doable. So that's on under kits too. It's called HOLLA. And they're just different colors you'll have to look at. I've got them listed. This is called, don't know, but it's on there because I got extras of that color and another color. Let's see. So that's under there. I have them on the bus as well, but you can get them online. And then what I was going to talk a little bit about when I showed you my Astro Pop, I've heard people call themselves production knitters. And I get that. I know that there are some that have to have something done by a certain time, and so they divide it out and they can figure that out. I'm curious. I know a friend of mine says that she knows how many rows she can do in an hour, so she, plans to use that, and that's what she does. If she's going to work 3 hours, she'll take 3 times whatever, and that's how many rows she's got to get done. But I was thinking, each project is going to be different. So do you time yourself at the beginning of that project to see how many rows you do? I mean, obviously the neck's going to be small, and then you get down to the body, that's going to be huge. So I was just curious what y'all did. Do you just knit to knit, or do you have deadlines? I know I need to have a few deadlines to have samples ready. And I think some of my sample knitters do that as well. Usually have Laura on, but because I was going to ask her if she knew or could shed light on that, because I found that 4-day cow knit along did get me in a position to where I can do this. I can do something within a 2-week period. I knew I wasn't going to make 4 days, but I was curious to what I could get done. And because I'm ADHD, or what I call squirrel to my dogs, I have to stay focused, because I can look around the house and go find 10 or 15 things I want to do. So if you're looking for a way to finish projects quicker, I think that, doing a knit along, can help you do that. It gives, you think about how big it is, and maybe the designer can tell you certain things. I mean, how many of you have done a knit along and really finished in the time frame that it's given you? I cannot think of one. I've done many knit alongs, but I cannot think of one I've done in the time frame. Maybe one. Oh, I remember one. I did one on a boat, on a ship. It was, if you got done before we got off. We started and stopped there. I finished. It was a small something another that I don't even know where it is. But I think I won Della Q bags. But that's the only time I think I've ever done anything in the time frame it said. So maybe I should think more about that and put on me to get done with some of these, because I'm still working on I stopped to get this done, but I'm still working on that great traveler hoodie that I want y'all to see, and I want it done because it's going to be ready, but it'll be ready by fall. I'm going to. And then of course I started that gorgeous little cowgirl blues. So I'm doing, listen, I've got a mess in here, but I'm doing these colors. And those are what Bridget did. I know I've got one more in here, but this is the beginning of it. And I just wanted to, remember I said I wanted to have it on so that I could go to it quickly instead of, but this is and it's interesting. This is going to block out, so don't look at my stitches. But that's the stripe. And I find that I'm knitting the very same way. I'm not changing my knitting, but I can see some are big or some are small, but I think that it will block out. And I'm going to take pictures to see if that. The challenge can be fun, but definitely don't want it turning into work. That's true, Katrin. Mine can easily turn into work, and I don't want it to. But it is work for me. But I get what you're saying. And that's my philosophy now. If it's not fun anymore, I'm not going to do it. So that's why I want to keep Pearl fun and doing and going and meeting, because I'm telling you, the minute it changes, then it may change for me. But 6 years in September, I really cannot believe it. But I did like the top, this cow. I mean, I like the top because we had sections, and I did pick pretty yarn for me that I was excited to get to the next color. So it's a shame that I have this whole thing of pink that I only used very little of it. So now I've got to come up with something else. Stop, no more until you get finished with some of these others. So, and then Bloom Ridge. Did you see my colors I put together for that? I haven't gotten very far on it. It's a very neat pattern from Casey. And I think I've got others. And speaking of which, it's all online. Every bit. I got the box in last week, and I put all the colors and everything online so you can go and play. And that's a non-wash soup, non-wash wool. So it's merino and rambouillet. I believe that's what she said. And it feels great as I'm using it for the Bloom Ridge. So give it a chance, opportunity to try that and get that done. Okay, I got hot with that shawl on. So I'm going to put it to you guys. Who would you like? I've got 3 or 4. Well, I'll tell you, I've got Dawn from Twice Sheared Sheep, that makes all those cool gadgets. She is going to be on in August. It will be 11 o'clock Yarn and Tea because of our time constraints and for our calendar. So that will be, let's see if I can quickly look. I don't think I put it on here yet. No, I haven't put it on yet on my calendar, but I think we did put a post out about it. So that's going to be fun. I want to know where she comes up with some of these ideas. And so I'm very excited about that. But who do you want to hear from? I'm not afraid to ask anybody. So do not hesitate. We've had Stephen on. We had Amy from Lobbying on. We've had, a lot of good folks. I've had all the dyers. Oh, no, I haven't had all of them because I've got new folks. But I gave a sneak peek to the not ladies, but to the people on the summer chats. Fiber MacGyver is coming. We're going to start out with some kits because I can probably get them quicker because she's getting ready for the big show in August in Oregon. Okay. Oh, I did check into her, and it was way out there. So I did. I tried, but it was, I'll have to tell you, it was just, I couldn't believe it. Because most of the time, these people are coming on just because I carry their stuff and, they're doing it for their own piece, but I tried. But give me some more, Katrin. But I forgot where it was. Oh, she's getting ready for flock. And then there's another one right after that. So she is busy dying. But she said, I want to get you some. And I said, okay. And then I reminded her that I have my big show at SAF this coming, which is in North Carolina, in October. And I told her, it is a story. I told her that I wanted to have a line of some sort and to debut at SAF, or if not sooner. So I didn't want to overwhelm her since she was getting ready for her show. But she's sending me kits, and I've seen the samples. I'm excited. They're with minis, but she told me that they were very popular and for me to get hold of them. So they're going to be 3 different kits. And so we're going to at least get to play with some of hers. And she is a fun person. So she's definitely coming on. We already said that was going to happen. And I still have to get Olga Patano on. We've gone back and forth. She's busy. She just launched a new book. And who else have I got lined up? Oh, we're going to talk to Lisa of Friends and Fiber, the store in North Carolina. It's a huge store if you've never been. And she's been in business. And then for a long time. She was a former school teacher. And I thought it would be fun to find out. She's got a huge store. I have a small one. Uh, what it takes to be in business for as long as she has, to rose and ride out, and who knows what else we'll do. But she'll be on. Oh, and I'm gonna try to get Laura DeBratz, and because I really do like her designs as well. And I tried Callie. Callie likes to Monster. She prefers to just do her designs, and that's why she did that one for me. So called Grand Old Pearl. So give her some love and pick up that shawl pattern and kit. It's really cool. Well, how long have I been talking? I wish y'all could talk back. I mean, I could have interaction. That's what I miss about Zooms. Speaking of Zooms, I am going to have a stitch night, and it probably will be thought about this Thursday, but I think I'm going to try for next Thursday. I had a good time, and so did the folks when we did our swatch party. It was fun to talk to other people and see what was going on. So be on the lookout for that. And I think I covered my entire list. So I really have worked hard on that inventory. I'm still working on it. But to find a whole box of yarn about fell out. So anyway, you think, Angie, wouldn't you know? Well, not when you got about, I don't know how many boxes coming in all the time. Just updated, speaking of, I told you that Keith just dyed me another 20 skeins of my color. So that's there. I just got that box in last week, which was perfect timing. So got that in. I guess that's it. And well, I'll tell you one thing to be on the lookout for. I've lost my little fission knitting thing, but I'm gonna be having a class probably in September for fission knitting. People get back to school, and we can do that. So stay tuned for that. And I am still, the florality cowl is wonderful. I showed it on the chat, and I really hope that it can be, I can teach that class. So I think it's fun. So you guys keep it going. Tell me, send me messages if you think of anybody you'd like to see me interview. I'm going to go back through my dyers. And I'll tell you, Cozy Color Works does a phenomenal job when she comes on. She basically does a walk through all her yarn and puts kits together kind of standing there, and it's fun. So I'm going to look to her to do it again. And that when I said the word kit, I got to know this. And Katrin and Deborah Sue, I know you guys can answer this, and so can you, Victoria. And I'm not sure who else is on. I just can see who's on YouTube. But do you like kits or no? And give me some feedback on that, even if you have to send me a message. Because I just got a bunch of Fiber MacGyver kits, but I like them for some reasons because but you know me, I'm going to go get something unique. Fiber MacGyver is not over on this side of the U.S. I mean, you can't, just not anywhere. So I got what I could, and then I'll be getting more. But that was another big thing. But, put some kits together because people are always telling me, oh, you should have kits so people can just grab them. Well, it's very difficult sometimes to put colors together for the unknown. I know what I like. I know what I could pick up a few, but sweaters are more difficult for me. And that right there is a good question we need to ask Lisa. Did I say? Yeah, because she puts kits together and that's all she takes to shows. And so I have to uncover what that is. But I want to know, kits or no kits? Or little kits or what? Like, that's all I showed yesterday, but I should have showed a lot more that I had yarn available. So curious, would love your feedback always. So even those that aren't on today, that are going to be listening this, playing it back months from now, I'm always open to get your feedback then. So thank you guys for all you do, the support, and I will see you next week with Keith Leonard. Have a great evening. Ooh, let me see. Got it. Good to know.